morning, guys. How are you doing? Welcome to a Project 1046 video and a little bit of an update pro tip. I don't know what you call it. Do us a solid. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe and click the little bell icon and select all. That way you'll get all the videos that we throw up every week, these couple of Project 1046s and a podcast and some additional stuff. I'm still working on the launch of a second channel, which will be the ABC of EDC. That'll be coming soon. Just reviewing all everyday carry items, all tech tools, anything you have on you all the time that you find useful. Looking forward to that channel. It's going to be some good stuff. Anyway, Project 1046. How are we doing? Now, there wasn't a video on Friday. Normally, as you know, my rhythm, or maybe you don't. If you don't know, then welcome. If you want to know anything more about me and what I'm doing, I guess you can check out the website for the podcast, which is theflatearthpodcast.com. Go there, you'll find out, or you'll find all the kind of previous episodes of the podcast and links to all these YouTube content and other stuff as well. Anyway, but my pattern has been that we do a video like this every Tuesday. Then I do the podcast video or audio on Spotify on a Thursday, and then every Friday we have a weigh-in show, because we're currently in the middle of this weight loss, fitness, life change project 1046. But I said last time that you've got to know when to kind of like move things around a bit and take a break, and you've got to know where you're at mentally and physically. And I just felt like I've been weighing in every week and putting a video up every week for 10 weeks. And I just felt like last week, it'd be good to not have that, not pressure, but just to break from rhythm. There's nothing better in life than a break from rhythm, is there? There's nothing better than the unexpected day off, or a day when your day was jam-packed full of stuff, and then a meeting goes, or something you had planned that maybe you weren't entirely looking forward to, or maybe even you were, but then suddenly you've got a whole chunk of free time. There's nothing better than that. The unexpected change in your timetable is always good. So it's good to measure how you're doing, even with stuff you're enjoying, and go, it'd be good for me to take a break. So we did that on Friday. There was no weigh-in show. Now I did weigh in. And this Friday, you'll get something of a double results week, where I'll show you the weigh-in and weight loss from last week, and hopefully, again, weight loss this Friday. But I've been busy, in this last week. What have I done, man? I've actually done lots of runs. I've been running a lot on my own, 2.5Ks, 3Ks, 4Ks. I went out with my daughter yesterday, and we ran a couple of K. It was interesting. Did my first 5K in a while, which was fun. Other than that, I've been doing everything that a man has to do. I hung out with my friends the other night. I had all my friends round, and we lit the fire, and we just hung out. It was awesome. And watching films and eating good but healthy food. And life's good, man. It's good to take a break. It is always good to know yourself and take a break, because you don't want to get stressed out. Before you know it, you'll be like unhinged, and you may walk up to someone for no particularly strong reason and give them a slap. You never know what could happen. Craziness can ensue. So what's my pro tip this week? I think in some ways it's more of the same. In some ways, I want to offer you an encouragement to take control of your schedule. Look at your schedule. Look at what you've got going on. And I know for some of us it might be easier, and some of us it might be more difficult to do this. But I think all of us can find some margin where we can get back some space somewhere. And I know you're thinking, no, I can't. You can. I'm not saying it's easy, but you can. I've always thought for some strange reason, right, that I was born, when I came into this world, I came in naked and screaming. And I'll probably go out that way. But, we didn't come in with a full diary of events. We didn't come in with a full calendar of stuff we had to do. We've picked up all that stuff along the way. And sometimes you need to look at what you're doing and go, actually, where can I grab some margin? And it really doesn't matter if it's just an hour. It doesn't matter if it's just a small adjustment, an hour, a morning, an afternoon, an evening, a day. Do you know what I mean? Somewhere you can just find some margin. It's really good. And I think particularly, there's a real focus on mental health and how we manage ourselves over the last couple of years. I guess a lot of us during the pandemic, where we couldn't go out and do all the things we normally do, we suddenly realized, what do we really want to do? What are the things we really miss? And as the world picks up again, and rightly so, good, should be picking up quicker than it is actually, we still need to grab a little bit of that pandemic kind of revelation, and just say, what are some of the things that I want to retain in the way of rest and the way of rhythm? So my pro tip this week is, look, whatever you're doing, and I hope you're involved in some sort of project, some sort of 1046 style thing where you're trying to control something in your life, be it your physical health or your relational health or your finances or whatever, man, something. But in the midst of it, don't get so caught up in the rhythm of it that it stops being fun and stops being actually productive, but actually take some time. There was a report some years ago among office workers, people who worked in environments where there's constant work and they're sat maybe in a booth or at a screen all day. And the project showed that workers who once an hour or once every couple of hours took an intentional moment to move back from their desk, so just to move back from their desk and turn to one side or the other away from their screen and maybe look at a photo of their family, to maybe look at a photo of, this was me skiing or this was me whatever, that just allowing their mind to go to some other place other than this focused task that they were on. Over the course of a day, over the course of a week, over the course of a month, the people that did that were far more productive than the people who just laser focused went at it. And it sounds counterintuitive, but actually the more you include rest or breaks, or breaks even just in attention, in your focus, the more productive you will be. And sometimes, have you ever had a day where you're just running and gunning the whole day? You get up and it's just like boom, 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 boom. You end up at the end of the day very tired, but not much further down the road. You're the guy on the motorway tailgating people and flashing and bibbing your light and trying to go just those couple of mile an hour faster, but then ending up at the next roundabout at the same level as everyone else. So, pro tip. What's the pro tip if I've got one? Try and look at your programs, try and look at your rhythms, try and look at your work-life balance and just go, where can I take some rest? And this isn't about being lazy, it's about just being intentional so you can do better. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think that's about it, guys. In and out, wanted to be quick. I want to be quicker than this, to be honest with you. Podcast Thursday and then Friday. Double weigh-in. How are we doing? Have we finally slipped under that 2 stone weight loss so far in the process? If we have done that, then you know what the next thing is. The next thing is some skateboarding. Some of that back on the skateboard after 15 years. Please don't let me break a leg. Please, Jesus. Anyway, later. See you later. And I hope that you've had an eye out for, even though he wasn't around on Friday, I hope you had an eye out for where's Wallace, our man Greg Wallace. Who knows where he could be? He could be anywhere. Later.